Hello viewers and welcome to the first episode of Rensei Gaming's Let's Play Fatal Frame. This is a PlayStation 2 horror title released in Japan in late 2001 and America in early 2002. It is one of my favorite games from the PS2 era and possibly one of my favorite games of all time. I used to have a tradition every Halloween where I would play through this game and its sequel, Fatal Frame 2, Crimson Butterfly, every single year, so I have fairly solid recollection of the story and what to do in this game, although occasionally I may mess some things up here or there. I have played through this game dozens of times, so I do know for the most part what I'm doing. It is fairly cutscene heavy, at least early on, so you won't hear much from me, at least probably in this first episode. Hopefully, starting the second episode, we'll be able to talk to each other a lot more. With that said, let's go ahead and get started on the opening cutscene.
I wonder how long it's been since my brother and I began to see things other people can't see. My big brother, he was so sweet and kind. He was the only one I could open up to about these visions. After our mother died, he was my only family.
So this is Himuro Mansion.
My brother was in search of someone. Rensei Takamine, a famous novelist, and a man my brother was very indebted to, disappeared while researching a book. When he told me that he got a lead on Mr. Takamine's whereabouts, I felt uneasy, like he was going far away.
The forbidden rituals of this area. It looks like Mr. Takamine was doing research into them. I wonder if his group is still here.
I probably should have warned you about that. The voice acting in this game is not the greatest, although I do kind of like it. It gives kind of the stilted lines and the awkward delivery gives a creepy vibe even to the human characters. I'm kind of skipping ahead. I'm going to take a picture of this ghost here, even though the game hasn't really taught us how to do that, which means that's kind of a beginner trap, although getting these random ghosts like that isn't particularly worthwhile. Type 14 film is the weakest film in the game. In later games, they put Type 7 in, which is infinite, but very, very weak, mostly used for solving puzzles. Unfortunately, this game doesn't have that, so we will have to use our actually usable film in order to solve the puzzles. I'm not going to go over camera controls here too much. It's much easier to explain it as we're playing. Hitting the triangle button to turn around to do a complete 180, and using the right analogs to move while in viewfinder mode is very helpful, though. Make sure you remember those. Alright, this right here is a pretty simple hallway, but it's actually one of my favorite rooms in the game. I don't know exactly what it is about it. It's the hallway leading into the mirror, maybe, or the ropes hanging down here, which do occasionally have some jump scare elements to them. This room is a great room. General rule in this game, if you see a ghost, you're going to want to follow it. So the ghost was heading this way, so we're going to follow it this way. And then he's going to appear up there, so we are going to follow him up there. However, before we do that, there's a ghost in here. This will not be a 100% run with these ghosts. I'm only going to get the ones that I definitely remember. The 100% run in this game requires you to scour this mansion every single chapter, and I just don't want to waste your time doing that.
This notebook, it's Mr. Takamine's. That was Mr. Takamine, so he did come here.
That scene with the ghost coming up used to scare the hell out of me when I was younger. Looking back on it now, it seems kind of silly. It looks like someone made that ghost out of Play-Doh. But back in 2002, this was horrifying. The only other games we had back then were Silent Hill, which doesn't really have much like this, and Resident Evil, which is a very different kind of scary, almost silly, actually. I'm, again, going to explain this stuff while showing it, as that is much easier. Basically, you want to hold your camera inside the circle while the bar at the bottom fills up, and then when they get really close, it'll turn orange, and you take a shot, sends them flying back, and then you just kind of rinse and repeat. At least for these early fights. There's more complicated mechanics later. But this guy pretty much just walks into you until you kill him.
I captured a ghost with this camera. This camera has the power to expose things the normal eye can't see. I remember the incident from which I learned of its unique power to capture ghosts.
And let's just head over this way, see if there's any items. Oh, shit. Every once in a while, this game still gets me. I'm pretty sure that there's no way to actually take the picture of that ghost. If there is a way, I'm not really sure how to do it. I'm stuck on a wall somehow. There we go. I've tried countless times, but I'm pretty sure it appears directly below you, and therefore you cannot take a picture of it. Anyway, Ghost was heading out this way, and as I said earlier, we always follow ghosts, so let's head out this way ourselves. Polite ghost opened the door for us, so we can head out this way and head down here.
It's been 2 weeks since I last heard from my brother. that led me to this place. I felt as though something was calling me here. Mafuyu. My brother was here. What is this place? Did someone just...
Sucks losing Mafuyu. He has had some style. He was a horror game-ass protagonist, if you know what I'm saying. Anyway, welcome to the game proper. From now on, we are in color, and we are cameraless, as I'm sure you can hear me mashing on the circle button there. We probably won't stay that way for long, as you could imagine, but it will prevent me from taking a picture of this ghost. Doesn't prevent me from walking directly into it, though. I am going to read these files as I pick them up, but this one's going to be hard to read without a little bit of snark. Now there's another rope. And another rope. That's it. This dude loves writing about ropes. Most people in this game love writing about ropes. Love ropes so much they hung them up in the main hall.
Did something happen to my brother?
And we have our camera. As I said, we wouldn't be out without it for very long. And a notebook from our brother. Himuro Mansion Investigation. Himuro Mansion was once the home of a large landowner that controlled vast areas of land. They also say that the site held some special significance that had to do with Shinto rituals of the region. I couldn't find any detailed books about these Shinto rituals, though. The last master of the Himuro family line massacred his entire household. Later, another family that tried to live there disappeared. Because of incidents like these, nobody visits the mansion today, and it lies in ruins. Maybe that's why there aren't any accounts of the Shinto rituals, and why the exact location of the place isn't recorded anywhere. I've had a bad feeling ever since I came to this mansion. I'm leaving notes in this notebook just in case anything happens to me. I've got to find Mr. Takamine and the others fast. I hope it's not too late. I don't remember writing that in the prologue. Might seem like a plot hole, but the game actually does cover it. Oh, come on. I should have hit triangle. See, I told you it was important. Made it anyway. I believe I specifically said not to forget to use it, and here we are. Do as I say, not as I do. Shiny over here. I know we picked one up earlier, but herbal medicines are basically potions. I believe 3 will heal you to full health, but because if you're at 0, you're dead, you'll never need more than 2. Control in this game's a little weird. Basically, the way I control it, there's options, is I hold square, which causes you to run forward, and then just use the left stick to kind of direct my running angle. I'm going to say there's about 4 chanting monks on the other side of that door. I think that's what I'm hearing. There are some items over there, but we'll get plenty. Most of the time when you hit circle, she will turn to face where the ghost is, so you can hit circle and then X quickly to catch ghosts like that move by very quick. It doesn't always work, unfortunately.
Should I take a photo?
Alright, this is the introduction to one of the major puzzle elements in this game, and probably the biggest waste of film. Every once in a while you can take a picture of some innocuous object with a blue glow on it, and something else will appear in the photo. Then you either go to the place mentioned, or do something in order to make things like they are in the picture, in this case, hitting X on this mat, and it will solve the puzzle.
Just like in the photo.
Based on a true story. I joke on the based on a true story angle in this game a lot, but that was really only added to the American version. The Japanese version had no pretense of being based on any kind of true story. I guess they thought the game would sell a little better if Americans thought this were some real Japanese folklore or something. It's not, by the way. Late yesterday, a human body with no limbs was found in Himuro Mountain, located in the southern region of the prefecture. The body's hands, feet, and head were all torn off. The police is investigating the case as both a murder and accident. The body has not been identified, but it is believed to be a man around the age of 30. The police is also taking into consideration the fact that a body, mutilated in the same manner, was found in the same location 15 years ago. I'm not any kind of forensic scientist, but I'm not 100% sure how you tell someone's age just by their torso. But again, based on a true story. Follow that ghost. Oh, this is the worst sound in the entire game. It's hideous. Just listen to that for a second. Of course, it gets quieter when I'm trying to show it off. It's awful. Nope, missed my first one. I'm going to miss a bunch more. I'm going to let you know that in advance. I bet that ghost would be pretty handy to have around the house, huh? Seems to get pretty hands-on with the guests, if you know what I mean. Anyway, this is where we're going to end episode 1. I will explain the tape recorder in the next episode, and we will continue into that room. Thank you very much for watching, and please leave a comment if you think there's any way that I can improve, or you just want to let me know what you think. Please don't tell me to learn how to speak. I'm already aware that I have issues there. Anyway, have a good one, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.